You are now listening to the Vitalize Podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize Podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I'm so incredibly excited, elated, and ecstatic to be in your presence today. Listen, man, I am wherever you are. So if you're listening to this in Australia, what up, family? Good day, mate. That was horrible, by the way. My Australian people, don't judge me for that. No matter where you are listening in the world, I was about to do several accents. I'm no longer gonna do that because I'm not gonna completely and utterly embarrass myself. But just know that I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy that you're here today, and I'm happy to go on a journey. Just imagine me sitting across from you. If we're at the coffee shop and you got coffee shop vibes, imagine me sitting right there as your companion for the day. If you're driving and this is on your daily commute, I'm sitting in shotgun. And we're having this conversation as we get you to work. If you're on the bicycle, if you're on your run, if you're on your jog, no matter where you might, if you're washing the dishes or wherever else you might be listening to this podcast. I had somebody tell me they listen to this podcast to fall asleep to. A couple of people have told me that. And I'm like, that's interesting. You know, I got some bedtime stories that might be a little bit better for you to fall asleep to. And they're really good, y'all. When I say really good, I fell asleep during the making of them. Like, they're that good. They put me to sleep while creating them. So, just so you know, that's another option. If you're interested in that, send me a DM. Find me on Instagram at mblackspeaks. I'll help you out. But wherever you're listening to, I'm happy that you're here, man. We're going to have an incredible time today. We're talking about being stuck in the grind, being stuck in that middle place, and the power in perseverance. Just keep going. So if you ever needed a little bit of push, if you need a little bit of oomph, need a little bit of kick, need a little bit of pick me up, you came to the right place today. But I do want to say welcome to everybody that's here for the very first time. Shout out to you. Listen, there's no such thing as a second time guest. Use family now. Sit back, relax, get ready to enjoy yourself. Strap in, because we're going to take off and we're going to another stratosphere just because we can. So, Mr. Because You Can. If you're watching this also on YouTube, shout out to y'all. YouTube community is growing ever so continually. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my Spotify family. Shout out to my Apple Podcast family. Shout out to wherever you might be listening to this. Just shout out to you. And keep sharing, man. Sharing is caring. So share with a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend. We live and we are making it do what it do. So, I really wanted to come to you today because I just know you. You're like, no, you don't. Yes, I do. You're like, I never met you. I still know you. You're like one of those people that be silently listening. Because I got people who tell me, hey, I listen. I have people who tag me on Instagram or Facebook, tag me and post on the podcast. I have those people. But I also have people who listen to every episode, every singular episode, but you're never gonna say anything. So you're like, he doesn't even know I exist. He doesn't know I listen to this, but I just listen because it gives me hope and encouragement. That's good. Guess what? I know you're there too. And I know you. And I know that you're the type of person that's uber talented, but you don't always see it. You're like, wait, what do you mean? You're the type of person that's been supremely gifted from birth, but you've been through some things on this planet. You've been through some adversity, some pain. You had a few setbacks. You had some things that didn't quite go your way, and as a result of those, they've altered the way you view yourself. Oh, dang. Wait, does he actually know me? I'm telling you, family, I know you. You think this is a game. It's not a game. When I say that I know you, I know that you are a world changer and you're very influential in the eyes of people around you, and people depend on you to be the light and they gain hope from you, but you don't see yourself that way. You don't see you how me and the world around you see you. You don't see the dopeness that is you. You don't see the hope that you give so freely to others just by existing. You don't see it. You don't see it. But we see it. And so this is what I'm saying to you. I am here to talk about that, because when you find yourself in that place and you're just down on yourself, you can easily get stuck. Anybody ever felt stuck before? Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. Have you ever felt stuck before? Have you ever felt like I'm doing everything I can and I'm still not getting anywhere? Have you ever felt like, how do I get to the next level in my growth? How do I get to the next level in my business? How do I get to the next level in my relationship? How do I get to the next level in my career? How do I get to the next level? Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever questioned how you move and matriculate and meander this thing called life to get to where you want to go? Have you ever felt like, I don't know if I got enough juice to get where I'm going? I was traveling the other day and I know my route and I kind of know an estimate how far I got to go. And I promise you, I had 31 miles into my destination and my gas tank read 33 miles. I had 33 miles left in my tank. My tank was nearing E. That produced a little anxiety in my heart because I should have just enough. But what if something happens? What if I hit traffic? What if something else happens that causes me to not have enough gas in my tank to reach my destination? And I know that 17 of you. So you're like, wait, am I one of the 17? You tell me, are you one of the 17 that finds yourself right now knowing I should have just enough energy to get over this last little hump, this last little hurdle, this last little piece of my journey? But what if one setback happens? What if one financial setback happens? Ooh, I got just enough money for the month. But what if one setback happens and that alters, that throws off my situation? Now I got more month than money. Creates anxiety. What if my relation is hanging on by a thread? My relationship's hanging on by a thread. But if one setback happens, one argument happens at our wit's end, at our breaking point. And in that place, you feel like you don't have enough gas to make it through. Those are just a couple of examples, but I could go on and on and on and on and on with the examples of the people who are in that place. Are you in that place? Are you in that place where it feels like no matter how hard you try, you're not getting forward? No matter how much you fight, you're getting some wins, but it's like not enough. It's like, dang, man, I got to this place. Like I got into my business. I got into my dream. I got into my book. I got into starting my podcast and it was great getting started, but how do I sustain it? How do I keep it? How do I do all of this extra stuff to get to another level? The biggest place I see this right now is in content creation with content creators. Cause it's like, man, I gained a little following. I'm a micro influencer. I got some community now, but how do I actually go viral? Is there a science? Can I buy the algorithm? No, you cannot buy the algorithm. You can buy robot followers, but those do nothing for you. They hurt you in the long run. Is just a vanity metric, which can be beneficial depending on who you ask. But if you're trying to move people, if you're trying to have real influence, that's not going to do anything for you. And I see so many content creators that are just like, I'm just stuck. Nothing I do grows. I gain 100 followers and I lose 80. I gain 80 followers and I lose 100. You know, I keep hearing the same things, and all I need to tell you is to just stay the course. This message is most beautifully illustrated by a man who I looked up to as a mentor, Mr. Nipsey Hussle. And I listened to him talk over the years about being stuck in a grind, north of 10 years being stuck in this grind. He always talked about it. You can literally, has a song called Stuck in This Grind. Now listen, that might not be for you, so you might not need to go listen, just take my word for it. But if you're into that type of music, hip hop culture, then you can go listen to Stuck in This Grind. I'm stuck in this grind. But the premise or the concept that he is giving you is, I'm trying to break through. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to break curses, generational curses. I'm trying to shift a culture. I'm trying to change a mindset and a mentality. I'm trying to break away from gang culture and enter into leadership culture. I'm trying to get away from poverty mindset and create prosperity and wealth for a community who doesn't even see that it's accessible to them. He's fighting for something different, but it seems at every turn he's having issues. He has literally gets convicted of a crime, scared to put his money in a bank, saves up, is able to stack a couple $100,000. He's able to stack a large sum of money, buries it under the ground because he doesn't trust the bank. When he goes to unbury it from the ground, it had molded and the money had gelled together in a way that he couldn't peel it apart. So he lost tens of thousands of dollars. I think like half of the money. He was like telling this story on an interview where him and his brother and his mom are literally taking his money apart, cleaning it, ironing it. And it's like, finally put myself in a position to never have to go back to a world and a life that I never wanted to have to go back to. And now as a result of that, I'm like stuck in this grind. My music isn't breaking through. I really feel like I have something to say. I really feel like I have an art and a heart that can influence and infiltrate culture. I really feel like I can lead people. I can educate people on a different way to do it. Ownership. He always said, own your mind, mind your own. Own your mind and mind your own. What does that mean? Mind your own business. Quit worrying about what everybody else doing. And that sometimes when we hear mind your own business, you think specifically in terms of like gossip and drama, right? Oh yeah, people say mind your own business, don't worry about anybody else's gossip and drama. No, mind your own business when it comes to other people's successes. Wonder how they got that. I wonder how she did that. I wonder how she got all those followers. I wonder how he did that. I wonder why he got all that around him. Why how he got that car. I wonder. Mind your own business. Quit worrying about what somebody else is doing. Mind your own, but own your mind. The most powerful muscle in the body is the one that sits between your two ears, the mind, the brain, the processing center, the CPU for your body. And if you don't learn to control that thing, then you're fighting a losing battle. The greatest thing you can master is yourself. Becoming a master of self, a master of your own mind, your impulses, your responses, your emotional intelligence, the way that you show up in the world. Those things matter more than anything else. And he taught us that lesson. So you can imagine the beauty when he finally released his first album after over 10 years stuck in a grind. And when he released this album, it didn't win the Grammy for Album of the Year, but it should have. And now you can argue with your mama, that was the best album, top to bottom. I think I might skip one song on the album. And the very first song on the album called Victory Lap was a song called Victory Lap. I'm prolific. I'm so gifted. I'm the type that's gonna go get it. No kidding. Like this is like, you know what I'm saying? I'm an urban legend, South Central in a certain section. I love this. Like I'm gonna take it there. This time around, I'm gonna make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I'll say it's worth it. I won't say it's fair, but find your purpose or you're wasting air. Victory Lap. We're taking a victory lap. And I get chills. All the hair on my arms is standing up just talking about this. Because can you imagine the feeling of a triumph to know that I worked for something more than 10 years of feeling stuck, more than 10 years of having setbacks, more than 10 years of situations and circumstances and adversities that are pulling me back, that are holding me down, and I don't allow them to do so, and I step into a greater version of myself, and then I finally make it. I reach the pinnacle. I get to the most successful level that you can in my industry. I made it. This is my victory lap. And I share this with you because I want so many of you to be able to have that moment of triumph. I want you to have that victory lap moment. But guess what? It doesn't happen if you quit. So the message of this week, if you feel stuck, if you feel stagnant, if you feel like you're not growing, if you feel like you need to do so much more, I need to go for a bigger splash. I need to make a bigger splash. I need to do this and I need to spend all this money I don't have and go broke for the dream. You don't have to do that. What do you have to do to make your dreams come true? I'm going to tell you what you have to do, and it's not anything crazy and outside of yourself. All you have to do is keep pushing forward one step at a time. It's not rocket science. Consistency leads to success. It's a key. It's a master key, consistency. How do you lose weight? How do I lose weight? I'm in the process now. Consistency. Man, I ate salad for 3 days straight. I walked around the neighborhood. I got fitness, exercise, heart rate. I closed all my rings. Where my Apple Watch lovers at? Closed all my rings for 3 days. Ain't lost no pounds yet. Guess what? You ain't done it long enough. I bet if you did that for a year, come back and tell me what happened. Come back and tell me what happens after you've done that for a year. So many of y'all, it's like I want, where my speakers at? I want to be a speaker. I did what you said. I created this. I created that. I put this together. I sent it out. I got all denials. Worse, I got no response. Dang, man. It's all good. How many people did you send it to? 4? You sent it to 4 people. You did what I told you to do to 4 people. You did it for 2 weeks. Yeah, I ain't got no speaking engagements yet. Okay. Do that every week for a year. Come back and talk to me then. Do it for a year. Talk to me then. You're like, man, I'm trying to grow on social media, but I did everything right. I spent time and resources, and I got all these editing apps, and I learned how to edit, and I learned how to do my captions, and I learned my hooks, and I learned my hashtags, and every scientific formula that I can, and I did it. And I didn't go viral. How many posts did you make? 2? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Kudos to you. Great job learning all of that. Try it for a year. Consistently. Daily. Come back and tell me what it looks like. It's not rocket science. Success is not rocket science. If you're stuck, how do you get unstuck? Motion. Motion. I told y'all that earlier this year. Motion is how you get unstuck. You got to push, and it ain't going to be easy. You ever had a vehicle get stuck in the mud before? Oh, this is good. I just inspired myself. You ever had a vehicle get stuck in the mud? Let me tell you what you don't do. If you've never done this because you've never been in the country, some of y'all is in New York and you're like, I ain't never owned a vehicle. I ain't never drove a vehicle in my life. I get it. But if you have drove a vehicle, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, let me tell you what not to do. If you're in a vehicle, you ever get stuck in the mud, what not to do is stomp the gas. You stomp the gas, you just gonna dig yourself deeper into a hole. And that's what we try to do. We feel stuck, so we need to do something real big to get out of this hole. We need to just go super hard to get out of this hole. So I'm about to go and take the biggest loan and do the craziest thing I've ever done. I'm about to go gamble it all away. I'm about to go do something crazy. It don't take all of that. That's not how you get unstuck. You know how you get unstuck? A lot of times, you got to have one person in the vehicle. You get a couple of people with a little bit of muscle that ain't scared to get dirty and get behind it. Put one on the side, you put a couple behind it. You ease on the gas and you have people push, lift and push to get you just enough traction. When you get the traction, you start rolling. Guess what? Once it starts rolling, you keep rolling. And then when you get to the top, out of the mud, you can accelerate and push yourself over. But my point is, you feeling stuck, just like that car is stuck and you want to go all gas, you want to just stomp it. You're going to dig yourself deeper. That's not how you do that. What you have to do is to get strategic. You need a push. Okay, who are the people around me who love me enough that would get a little dirty with me? Who are the people around me who don't mind coming and helping me with an event? You got a food truck. Who are the people who don't mind coming and sacrificing one day of their time to help me market and advertise and work this? Again, if you have a grand opening, who are the people who don't mind helping me show up and draw some attention and some energy? You have a new product? Who are the people who don't mind sharing my stuff on social media and tagging me in it and telling all their friends about the product that I've created? Who are the people that are going to get a little dirty with you and give you a little push? Guess what? When you get that little push and you get up out the hole a little bit, you start moving, then you can put your foot on the gas a little bit, then you feel yourself moving. And when you get in motion, there's a law, a universal law, and it says objects that are in motion stay in motion. It's the reason why when you're in a car and you stump on a brake abruptly, but the car stops, but you keep going, it's because objects that are in motion stay in motion. So once you get the ball rolling, you're going to get the ball rolling, and it's going to keep rolling. But if you have a lack of motion, you got to get motion. I just told you how to get motion, so that's it. There's no more excuses. There's no more reasons why. If you've been stuck, this is your sign. It's time to get unstuck. If there's another level to go, you ain't got to do nothing crazy to make a crazy splash, and you've been feeling stuck in the grind, don't let that stop you, because you can have your victory lap too. I had a moment where after 3 years into this journey, I started making waves. 2 years in, I started making waves. My name started being out there all over the map. People started talking about M Black Speaks. This dude is crazy. His gift is crazy. His speaking is crazy. Have you heard of him? No, I haven't heard of him. You need to hear of him. Boom, boom, boom. So my influence was going crazy. It was stock up, but my bank account was not. And so as a result, I was feeling like, man, what more can I do? How can I get on the map? I'm close, but not quite. They know who I am, but I'm not getting the opportunities. They're not reaching out to book me to speak. I'm not getting paid to do this. How then do I do it? Discouraged, feeling like I need to go figure out something big, something good, stomp the gas, and that would have just dug me deeper. All I needed to do was keep doing what I was already doing. So if anybody's feeling stuck in the grind, but you're showing up for yourself, keep showing up for yourself. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And if you're not showing up for yourself, get in the game, because you cannot win a game that you are unwilling to play. So get in the game. Get up, put one foot in front of the other every day when things don't go your way. Every day, one foot in front of the other. When things set back, one foot in front of the other. When people try to distract you or tear you down, one foot in front of the other. When circumstances and adversities punch you in your chest, one foot in front of the other, continuing to your path to success so you can get unstuck and go make your dreams come true. And you do it because you can. Straight like that.